Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim and we are playing through Silent War 2.0 with the IJN expansion, campaign number 3, Turning the Tide. We are getting ready to start week 1 of November 1943. We got a couple of ships that are leaving the IJN War Mix this month. The DD Mochisuki and the DD Yugumo. So they're both out of the mix now. There were not any new IJN ships entering the mix this month, so don't have to worry about that. We do have 5 new submarines that are coming in, as well as a few returning from, I guess just 2. Returning from West Coast refit. So we'll get all that taken care of during the reinforcement step. Alright, so let's get right into our war event phase. So if we get a 0 to 3 on the black die, the white die will tell us what our war event is for this week. And we do, and it's number 8. Let's see what that is. War period 3. Event number 8 is Special Mission Invasion of Biak. The player must deploy 10 submarines to Mios Woendi. Only contacts with TF results are used. Then just check and make sure it wasn't one we'd already done. We have not. Place a submarine tender on Mios Woendi in the war progress phase. This is a one-time only event. So looks like we're going to get another forward base all the way up here in Mios Woendi, which is in the South Philippine Sea. So that'll be nice. Keep us a little closer to Japan and the Philippines there. All right, so let's put an SMZ marker there to mark that. And it's, what was it again, 10 subs we got to try to get there? We're definitely not going to get 10 there. We got hardly anybody down here. Looks like maybe, no, those are both RTB. So yeah, I don't think we're going to get anybody there actually, which is fine, I guess. There's no penalty for not being able to do that. All right, so next is our torpedo improvement phase. We're still working our way towards 450 ships sunk. To do our next torpedo improvement. We're currently at 427. Yeah, 427. So 23 more to go before we can do that. Hopefully this month we'll get that up there. All right, so next is going to be our ultra roll. We got a 2. Which for war period 3 is going to be Empire Pacific and Bismarck Sea. So Bismarck Sea we will more than likely ignore. Empire Pacific we will definitely take advantage of. All right, and then we've got weather roll. Excuse me. And we are in November now, so we're down to only a 1 or less, causing a tropical storm to form. And we do not get it. So clear weather again this week. That will take us to the R segment, starting with the submarine reinforcement phase. So let's bring out the master submarine reinforcement list for this campaign. We're in November 1943. So in Brisbane, we're getting the Raton and the Ray, or the Raton, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. So those are two Gato submarines. So they'll go into the broom box at Brisbane, which is currently empty. And then we're also getting the Apagon, the Aspro, and the Corvina. Excuse me. First two are Balao class, and then the Corvina is a Gato class. And they're all coming in at Pearl Harbor. So we'll add them to the stack that we already got in the broom box there. All right, withdrawing are the Stingray, the Hoe, the Lapon, the Paddle, the Growler, and the Grunion. All of those have been sunk or lost. The Grunion was sunk before the scenario, or lost at least before the scenario even started. And we've managed to lose the other 5 since we've been playing. So we won't have to worry about withdrawing any this month. And then returning are the Triton, the Thresher, and the Gunnel, of which only the Thresher and the Gunnel are still around. So they'll be coming back also into Pearl Harbor's broom box. And that'll be it for reinforcements. All right, ready submarine phase. So any that are ship side or pier side go ready for sea. So we got a few here at our tenders, and we don't have any pier side in any of the harbors. So then we can go ahead and roll for the ones that are in the various broom boxes. So here at the Sperry, we've got the Sea Raven. They need a 4 or less, rolling against their readiness rating. And they got a 3, so they'll get to come out this week. The Dace needs a 5 or less. Got it. The Creval needs a 5 or less. Yes. The the Capeland needs a 5 or less. Nope. And the Pompano needs a 4 or less. No, just missed it. All right, next we'll do the ones coming out of Pearl Harbor. Quite a stack here. So we've got the Thresher first, 5 or less. Nope. The Gunnel, 5 or less. No. The Apagon, 5 or less. No. The Aspro, 5 or less. They made it. The Corvina, 5 or less. Yes. The Harder, 5 or less. Nope. Seal, 4 or less. No. A lot of 9s here. Haddock, 5 or less. Ooh, just missed it. And the Kingfish, 5 or less. Made it. And the Grayback, 5 or less. No. Well, we certainly did a lot worse than our 50 to 60% that we should have expected there. Only managed to get 3 of them ready. The rest will have to wait till next week. We got our 2 new arrivals at Brisbane. The Rattan, 5 or less, yes. And the Ray, 5 or less, no. Oops. All right, we've got 2 at Fremantle. First is the Cod. They need a 5 or less. Yes. And the Pike, 4 or less. Yes. And we just have the 1 up there at Dutch Harbor. S33 needs a 3 or less. Yes. 3 ones in a row. Okay, now for repairs. We'll start up here and work our way down. We've got the S35 and the S40, both in repair box 1, needing a 5 or less. So we'll do black dye for the 35, white dye for the 40. Neither one of them made it out. We've got the S46 in repair box 2. They need a 3 or less. Nope. And S32 in repair box 3 needs a 1 or less. No. So no movement there. We've got several here in repair box 1 at Pearl Harbor. These need an 8 or less, so anything but a 9. Bowfin, yes. Sea Dragon, yes. Snapper, yes. And Tenosa. Yes, they all make it out. Out of repairs. And then we've got like 2 in repair box 3. We'll do the black dye for the Muskellunge and the white dye for the S44. They need a 4 or less. And S44 made it, Muskellunge did not. Would rather had that be the other way around. Okay, that's going to be it for repairs. Brings us to prep for operations phase. Get all these moved up. I'm done to operating. Got everybody up in the northern section here. All right, so that'll take us to our operations segment. Let's start bringing some of these back in first. We've got these ones that tried to get in at the tenders last week. They need to come back to Pearl Harbor. No transit event checks needed. I'll need to roll for damage. So let's see what the Silver Sides damage situation looks like. I got a 5, which is going to be light damage. So they go to repair box 1. Next up, we have the Tautog. A 2, superficial. So they can head straight to the broom box. Then we have the runner. An 8, yikes. Heavy damage. They will join the Muskellunge in repair box 3. All right, then we've got a few up here. Just 2, I guess, in the North Pacific. I'll come back through the Hawaiian Islands. Again, no transit event check needed. So the pickerel, roll for their damage. Got a 5, which is light damage. Repair box 1. And we have here the tarpon. Got a 1, so superficial for them. Broom box. All right, not too bad there. Okay, let's take care of this one up here. They have to go back to Dutch Harbor. No transit event check needed, but they will need to do a damage roll, even though they're not damaged. Anything other than superficial lands them in repair box 1. And they got a 6, so they'll be in repair box 1. All right. We've got these 2, or these 2, yeah. These 2 in the North Philippine Sea. We're going to come back to the Fulton in the Marshall Islands. We'll have them transit move through the Marianas to the Marshall Islands. Only 1 red box, and they're on transit side, so they don't need to roll. They'll go into the Fulton's broom box. How many we got here now? 1, 2. Okay, so that's 7, so they're full up now until we bring some of those out. Let's see who's coming out from there. Decide where we want them to go. We got the Creval, the Cisco, the Skipjack, and the Blackfish. I think the Skipjack will just send them back along that same route over to the North Philippine Sea. They won't need to roll for a transit event. They can patrol there. That will allow us to bring the Sargo back. Put them in the broom box at the Fulton. And then, let's see, we've got 4 at the Sperry, but they're all coming out. So we'll be able to take quite a few up there. Let's go ahead and get, before we do anything else with the Fulton, let's get these guys back from the Sea of Japan into the Sperry. So they're leaving the Sea of Japan, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 subs in it. So they'll get a +1 for congregating risk, +2 for leaving the Sea of Japan, -1 for being on transit side. So they're going to have a net +2. So a 6 through 9 is what we want to avoid. And they got a 6. So we need to roll again. Ooh, yuck. 9-4. It's not going to be too pleasant, I don't think. 9-4. Spotted, return to base. Well, they were returning to base anyway. But let's see what the so this would have been the governing op area. Couldn't think of the word there for a minute. So that means because they got an RTB result, it means they have to stop in this area. But I think since the Sperry is technically in this area, they can still go in there. So I'm going to rule it anyway. So they got spotted, but that doesn't matter because they made it to the forward base. So they will go into the broom box there. And I don't think we have anyone else coming back from the Sea of Japan. These are all still on patrol. We got our Wolfpack up there and then 3 others. So that's true. So actually, we didn't actually have 7 subs there because the Wolfpack counts only as 2. It's half rounded up for a Wolfpack. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There was actually 6 subs there. Still +1. All right, so no one else up there needs to come back. Looks like that just leaves. We got 1 damaged sub here that we want to try to get into the Sperry. So they will come through the Bonins. They're leaving an area with only 4 subs, so no congregating risk. And since they're on transit side and there's only 1 red box in each area, they don't need to roll. Let's see how badly damaged they are. A 2. Nice. So they are superficial, which means they can dock at the Sperry. We'll go to the broom box there. It gives us 6 there. We currently have 7 at the Fulton. I think we're going to want this T to go into the Fulton rather than the Sperry. So let's we'll have to send somebody out first then. So we got the 2 Balaus and a Gato coming out from there. I guess we've only got 3 right now in the East China Sea. So why don't we send one of our Balaus up there. We'll send the Creval up to the East China Sea. Shallow water, but everyone has radar now, so that won't matter. And only 1 red box along the way, so they're good. That frees up a spot for the gudgeon to come in. And we'll just put these guys back for now. We'll have them come out later after everyone's done patrolling. We've got everybody back now that was RTBing. So let's start working on our patrol subs. And again, we've got the ultra area here in the Empire Pacific. So we're probably going to want these 3 in the East China Sea. Move up in there maybe? Yeah, I think so. All right, well, I'm playing a little bit more cautious now since we're up to 51 subs lost. Don't think I want to risk losing the sunfish. So they're going to voluntarily RTB. We'll flip them to transit side, give them a voluntary RTB marker. They would lose a spotted marker if they had one. And then we will try to send them to, excuse me, the Sperry has room, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll try to send them here. So let's see what their damage situation is. And they are moderate damage, so they're not going to be able to stay there. I'll have to move on next week. All right. So now let's go ahead. Let's knock out our Lucian campaign first, I guess. So we'll start with the S31 in the Coral Islands. Search and contact. 9 and a 3. It's going to be a high, small convoy. So we're looking at 3, 2, and 2. All right, S31 only has 3 attack, tactical rating of 2. So I guess we'll try column B here. Hope we don't find a diligent escort. We'll go standard attack posture. Okay, auxiliary and a combat event. Eight. I think that's the dreaded counterattack. It is. Won't matter in this case though, since there isn't going to be a counterattack. So, no effect basically. Get our auxiliary. It is, I don't drop it, the Kayo Maru. All right, 2 TDC markers for us. Not there, here. +1 on that one, +3 on that one. Well, I think we're out of luck here. Or maybe we have I think we got a theoretical shot here, but let's see. So we assume they have 1 defense. They're +1 for going over a column and +1 for the TDC. So unfortunately we have to attempt the shot because it's a 0. But if this has anything higher than 1 defense, it'll be an automatic miss. And it definitely does. So that's interesting though, because so technically the counterattack round has already occurred. So I'm thinking these guys don't get to, or do we? Maybe I did this wrong. I think maybe we have to designate our targets first. Resolve as per combat event 7. Except the submarine. Oh, sorry. I was thinking it was counterattack combat where they just get reversed. This is counterattack where we don't even get to attack. But I think you still resolve as per number 7. So we still conduct the initial attack round, which is 14.11 through 14.15. Which I believe is still targeting and revealing if necessary. Yeah, submarine placement, attack posture, reveal ships, place TDCs, reveal TDC markers. So yeah, so we did have to do all of that, even though we weren't going to get to attack. And now they do their counterattack. So let's see what that destroyer actually is. It's the Hokazi. It's from Cup A. Excuse me. Yeah, so just so you see what I was saying here. Counterattack says resolve as per combat event number 7, except the submarine cannot make an attack. So combat event 7 says once all targets are revealed normally, including unrevealed flags with TDCs that are being targeted, the escorts attack first. So you conduct the initial attack round, 14-1-1 through 14-1-5, then skip to the counterattack round. Then if the sub is not sunk or forced to RTB, it may then attack normally. Except because we got this one, you can't attack. So, pretty sure I got that right. All right, so they're going to have 1 ASW. They get 1 red box from the op area, and then 3 from the war period, so they're at 5. We have 2 defense, so they're going to be on the 3 to 4 row with no modifiers. And a 1 is going to be nothing. All right. For reattack, I think we will slide over here, get away from that destroyer, and hope that these are a couple of capital ships here. I think we'll switch to cautious this time, though, just to be on the safe side. That way we only have to reveal 1 of them. Let's try this one. Ooh, it's a diligent. And since we went cautious, we do have a chance to make them non-diligent. Let's see who we got. Ooh, it's a big one, too. The Tamanami. So they're a 6 right now. So we have to roll higher than a 6 in order to neuter them a bit. Actually, sorry. First, we should have attempted a crash dive because we're not in shallow water, so we're able to. So that was my crash dive attempt, which failed. So now we try to roll, or actually, no. I guess we would do that first to see whether they're diligent or not. Because if they're not diligent, we don't need to crash dive. So we got a 6 exactly, so they are actually still a diligent escort. So now we get to attempt to crash dive. And we do. So that means anything they get, the worst thing they can do to us is get a spotted result. So we'll roll on their diligent escort row on the counterattack table. And they got a 4, which is nothing. All right. Apologize if I'm a little rusty here. Took a couple weeks break from recording and playing this game over the holidays, so might take a little bit to get back into the groove. All right, so now we get our TDC markers. I think this time I'm going to just target that diligent escort, because if we don't have a shot on that auxiliary, I don't want to risk having to... Well, I guess it's the reattack round, so they're going to counterattack us either way, even if we don't have a valid shot. So I guess I might as well put one on the unrevealed. I have a feeling we're not going to get a shot anyway, no matter what. +1, -1. So yeah, 1 -1 is a 0, but he's a 6, and we're only a 3, so we got no shot. They do still get to counterattack though, since it's the re-attack round. So they're at 6, +1 +2 makes 9. -2 for our defense is going to be 7. They'll be on the 7 row. It's going to hurt. And we're +1 for the re-attack round, but -1 because we are cautious. So let's roll something really low here. That's not low enough. 6 on the 7 row is going to be damaged. Guess it could have been worse. That means for our endurance check, we're going to have a +1 because we're damaged. We're a D rating. That means we're going to need a 2 or less. Oh, we got it. So they can stay out if they so choose to next week. All right, search and contact for the S41. 2 and 2. That's going to be a big nothing. So they got a D rating but didn't find any contact. So they need a 4 or less. Got it. Put them on top. All right. So we can go ahead and knock out our ultra area next. So the Zero, they're going to get a +1 to their search and contact roll because it's an ultra area. So a 3, 5 makes a sparse large convoy. Then we get an extra ship in each column that has a number in it. So 2, 3, 2, 2. Well, we ended up pulling a bunch of no solutions, which kind of nullified our ultra advantage. So this one zigged away. This one zigged away. And that one's evading us. Well, looks like, I don't know. I was going to say, looks like column B is the place to be, but I'm almost thinking maybe we go here. And then if things go sour here, we can slide over to D. Let's do that. So we're going to go standard attack posture for the first round. So we'll do these 4 red balls. We'll unflip that one. Oh, should have kept it, I guess. Yikes. It's the Umakazi. So they are now a 5. And then here, another one, and they're in a different column. So they both count. This is very bad. It's the Hakazi. They become 3.5. And last but not least, Another destroyer. Wow. All right. And actually, I forgot. We should have... I'll go ahead and do it now. I was supposed to roll for their diligent escort counterattacks as soon as they got revealed. We'll go ahead and do them after I pull this one. Wow. The Shigura, a 3. Okay. This was definitely not where we wanted to be. All right, so the Umikaze, we can attempt to crash dive on them first. And we do not, so they get their special counterattack, which is a 9, and we're sunk. Wow. Another Gato bites the dust. Up to 52 subs lost. I'll get that recorded here. Our week 1, November 43. The Zero, is that who that was? Yep. Sunk. We're off to a terrific start here. Let's see how the Tullaby does. +1 to search and contact. An 8 and a 3. That's going to be a moderate small convoy. An extra ship in each column makes 4, 3, and 2. All right, well, I think we're going to just have the Tullaby play in the shallow end here. Column A, see what they can do. We'll start off standard or auxiliary destroyer. Let's unflip. Another auxiliary, another destroyer, and let's try this one. Another destroyer. Wow, having great luck here on these pulls. Not. So destroyer for column A. Is the Hatakazi. Destroyer for column B. Is the Akabono. Our first auxiliary is the Fujikawa Maru. And our second one is the Kinagawa. All right. I think we go here. And for our fourth one, we could maybe try to take that destroyer out. Or do we go after the other unrevealed? Let's try this one, I guess. +2. Man, we're getting terrible TDCs too. Wow. Oh boy. So they've got 2 ASW after you round it up. So these are both 5s. That makes him a 7. And him an 8. So I can't even take a shot there. It'd be a 0 to hit that one. If we went after the destroyer, we'd ignore his ASW, so he'd have 6 + 1 + 1 for moving over. It's 8 - 1 is a 7, so he'd be a 0 as well. I guess we might as well try the Fujikawa, see if we can roll a 0. Oh, we did. And a 4, is that going to be enough? 7,000 tons. Yes. Nice. All right. Dolby. The AX Fujikawa Maru. 7,000 tons. They go to the pile of shame. We get one more ship. 7,000 tons. Puts us at 428. 1,927,000 tons. Now let's see if we can survive this counterattack. And then we are going to bug out of here. So they've got 2 + 1 + 3 makes 6. We have 4 defense. We're not in shallow water. So it's going to put them on the 1 to 2 row with no modifier. 3 is nothing. And yeah, I just don't like what could be lurking under there. I think we take our win and go home. Well, hopefully not go home, but at least leave this convoy be. So A rating, we're going to need a 6 or less. So they get to stay. And yep, that was a destroyer. Oh, we knew that. That was an oiler. Or yeah, diligent escort. Yep, made the right call. All right. I think next we have the swordfish patrol move over. And they will do a search and contact with a +1. A 9 and a 5 is going to be a high, large convoy. 4-4-3-2. All right, 1 no solution, zigged away. I think we'll have them set up in column B. And could we not have a diligent escort in column B this time? Thank you very much. I'd appreciate that. We'll go standard attack posture. See what these 3 are. Merchant, a merchant, and an auxiliary. Thank you. And then let's try one of these. How about this top one? Another merchant. Okay. Just need to replace the auxiliary. This is more like it. Ooh, big one. Hayatomo. 16,000 ton oiler. All right. Now give us a nice TDC on that one this time instead of a +3. At least on something. +1, +2, +2, -1. Okay, I guess I'll take it. Jeez. All right, so that makes them a 2. We're a 6. So we need a 4 less. Come on. Yes, but a 1 is not going to do diddly squat to it. 16,000 tons. No effect. All right, no counterattack. For the re-attack, we're going to slide over to column A. So we don't have to reveal all this stuff. See if we can get another crack at it. Probably should say standard just in case. That could very well be a diligent escort there. So let's see what we get. Destroyer, merchant. Yep. They didn't listen to me. I said no diligent escort in column B this time. All right, so the destroyer for column A is the Hibiki. And whoops, that one popped out, so we'll just use it. The Suzunami, which makes him a 5. We will attempt to crash dive. Failed. And his roll is a 0. Thank you. Oh boy. All right, I think we'll go with the 2 in our column. 3,000 ton merchant over there. And of course, our big boy. Come on, give me a -3 or a -2, please. Ah, come on. +3, +2, -2. Okay. There are more negatives in here, right? Yeah, they're hiding in there. I haven't seen a -3 yet. There's one. They do exist. All right. So they've got 2 plus 6 makes 8. -3 for the TDC is a 5. We're a 6. So 1 or less. Hey, we got it. Look at that. We needed that 7 when we rolled on the tanker. That would have sunk it. Definitely sinks a 1,000 ton merchant. So the swordfish. 1,000 ton merchant. Put just right on the cusp of 430 and another 1,000 tons. Now 5, 6 plus 1 plus 3 makes 10. We have 3 defense. So we're going to be on the 7 row again. Yikes. I get a +1 because it's the re-attack round. 4. Shouldn't be too bad. Spotted. All right, endurance check. They're a B rating, so we need a 5 or less. Spotted doesn't affect that. Got it. All right, sailfish, come on over. Oh, you know what? I just realized we forgot to roll for a transit event for these guys. Oh, you guys are probably yelling at me. So let's do that first. See if they actually did make it over there safely. There would have been no modifier, so just anything but a 9 is what we want to see. Okay, good. And now we'll do one for the, what did I say, sailfish? So transit event check for the sailfish. They're good. Search and contact with a +1. 8 and 7. So moderate, large convoy. It's going to be 3, 4, 2, 2. All right, column C has one with sea mist. Quite a hodgepodge here. I guess we'll try column B. And we will go standard attack posture. There we go. Hold on. Getting ahead of myself again. Need some auxiliaries first. Column A is the Tsugaru. And column B is the Toho Maru. Now we can place our TDC markers. If we can find one of those elusive -3s, or several of them would be great. Zero, -1, +2, and 0. Well, not great, but getting better, I guess. Let's see. So these two will be equivalent. Oh, no, they won't. He'll actually be tougher because he's over a column. So this is going to be our easiest shot. That would be a 1, and we're a 6, so 5 or less for that one. Means this one would be a 4 or less. which this one's 2 tougher than that, so that would be a 2 or less. He's a 5, so 1 or less for that. Well, I think we go for the easy shot. I don't think we want to split here. Have to go 3, 3. So drop this down to a 1, drop that down to a 2. No thanks. So 5 or less for the 1,000 ton merchant in our column. Nope. All right, now we gotta see what's lurking under all these rising suns. I think we stay here. We switch to cautious. So we got to reveal 3. That way we can unflip something if we need to. I think we'll start over here. Yep, I guess let's unflip it. Hope we don't get any more. Yep, we did. And an aircraft. And another destroyer. Wow. Okay then. Destroyer for column A is the Milwaukee. And our other one is the Shiranui. That sounds more right. So I got 6 now, huh? Went from 0 to 6, just like that. So I imagine our merchants are going to probably be our only viable targets, if any. That's only with some TDC help. Zero minus 2, there we go. 0 and 0. All right, so this becomes a -3 since it's a re-attack round, which makes him a 0 because he's over a column. So that puts them at 6. So we got a shot. Need a 0. We did it before. Let's see if we can do it again. Nope. And then our counterattack again is going to be 6 plus 1 plus 3 makes 10. -3 defense. They're on the 7 row with a +1. This sounds familiar. Ooh, this time they got a 9. That's not good. 7 row, 9 is sunk unless our other die is between 0 to 3. Unfortunately, it was a 0. So instead, we are damaged RTB. Dodged a huge bullet there. For the endurance check, we're a B rating and we're damaged. So we need a 4 or less. Got it. Oh, we didn't even, what am I doing? We got damaged RTB. We don't need to roll for an endurance check. Told you I'm still a little rusty. All right. Next, let's send the Seawolf over. It'll be our 4th sub in the area. So transit event check, only on a 9. course, he gets a 9. Oh, 9-9 is very bad. 9-9. Let's get on the right table here. Is lost at sea, cause unknown. Wow. 3 9s there. And down goes the sea wolf. The only upside is it wasn't a gator or a Bilal. But it was a new S2, which is almost as bad. This month is starting off very poorly. Put this up to 53 subs lost. Well, I guess we go to the Sea of Japan next. Don't have anyone else that can reach the Empire Pacific. So first up, we've got the albacore, who was spotted. So let's do their search and contact. 0-2. That's going to be a big fat nothing. 0 is the only thing you can roll to not find anything there. So for their endurance check, A rating, found no contact. They need a 7 or less. Got it. The Pogie is next. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Didn't affect them, but we get a -1 to our search and contact rolls here because we have our wolf pack counts as 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have more than 4 subs there. I wonder, give that wolf pack a better chance. I wonder if we should pull someone out of there. Just hate for them to roll no contact. Yeah, you know what? Let's bring the Pogie back down to the East China Sea. So they're going to get a +2 to their transit event check, which means a 7, 8, or 9. They're good. Search and contact for them is a 3 and a 9. So they're going to find a sparse task force, which is going to be 1, 1, 2, 3. All right, we're just going to go straight for column D here. See if we can find some nice targets over there. We'll go standard attack posture. Unflip. Okay, a cruiser. Come on, really? It is the Hibiki with a 4 rating. Let's attempt, no, we can't crash dive. We're in the East China Sea, which is shallow. So they'll just attack us right off the bat here. Sunk. Sometimes this game gets very aggravating. $54 subs lost. All right, back to the Sea of Japan. The shad. So again, we got our wolf pack is only counting as 2 subs, 3, 4. So no congregating risk now. So no penalty to the search and contact roll. And we got an 8 and a 0, which is going to be a high, small convoy. So 3, 2, 2. Hopefully this will be something they can handle. All right, we are going to start in column B. We are going to go standard attack posture. And let's see what's over here in column C first. An oiler and a merchant. Good. Man, I'm almost tempted to flip these two just because I know they can't be diligent escorts. Oh, man. Yep, let's do it. Okay. 2 auxiliaries. We'll do the column A one first. It is the Tsukushi Maru. And for column C, we've got the Naruto Maru. Alrighty. Please, please, some better TDC markers. +2, 0. There we go. -3, +3. At least we got one. All right, so that's going to make them a 1 because they're over a column. So 4 - 3 is 1. We're a 7, hit on a 6 or less. Not even going to contemplate a split there. Come on. All right. I think we shift over here. Man, I really want to go aggressive, but just afraid of what might be under those. So we're just going to stay standard. Yep. The Sawakaze, who's a 3.5 now. We can crash dive here because we're in the Sea of Japan. We need a 0. Nope. Diligent escort counterattack. 1. All right. Now we got to see what this is. All right, good. Not too terrible. +2, don't care about that one. -2, that's good. +1 and -2. All right, looks like this is going to be our target. TDC is a -3 because we're in the re-attack round. So they're at 4, 5, 6. -3 is 3. We're 7, so we need a 4 less. Hit and no effect. All right, 4 plus 2 red boxes up here, so that's 6. Another 3 for the war period makes 9. We've got 4 defense, so they will be on the 5 to 6 row. A +1 modifier. 2 becomes 3. Nothing. Endurance check, A rating. Need a 6 or less. Nope. All right. Now's the time you've all been waiting for. The wolf pack. Search and contact. Just do a single search and contact roll for the entire wolf pack. 7 and 3. Gonna be moderate, small convoy. 3, 2, 1. All right, here's what we've got. We have the Pito, the Rasher, and the Halibut, all 3 Gato classes. And this is only the second time that I've done Wolfpack combat, so I'm going to, and it's been quite a while, a few weeks ago since we did that. So I'm going to review the rules again for how this works, make sure we get it all right. So, I guess we should have, I forgot that you had a choice on how to deploy the wolf pack, either as a group or a barrier. We did the group option, so we just did a single die roll. You also have the option to deploy as a barrier. You make a single die roll with a +2 modifier. Then if contact is made, you have to roll for each other submarine. Like a random submarine is assumed to have made the contact, and then for all the others you have to roll to see if they actually intercept or not. So it's probably better when you're in an area where it's not as likely to get a contact. All right, so anyway, we're in the combat section here now. So we can freely assign submarines to the columns, no more than 2. If a diligent escort counter is revealed, its attack is made on a randomly chosen submarine. Combat events only apply to the submarine that reveals it, except for the deadly division thing. Combat is conducted normally. So we choose one of the subs, reveal units, place TDC markers, make the attack utilizing the current revealed escort level, which we'll talk about here in a minute. Then we do the counterattack, and then we repeat that for each submarine. And we get a -1 DRM to the 2-hit result. The rulebook's incorrect here. It's not +1 to the attack result, so it's -1 to the 2-hit roll. And so the revealed escort level, the way that works, any escort in the submarines column always counts against them. Submarines in an adjacent, or escorts in an adjacent column only count if there is no submarine in that column. So we can kind of distribute the escorts a little bit depending on how we place stuff. So let's see how we want to do this. Thinking we definitely want 2 in column A. So we'll do the pitot and the rasher there. We'll put the halibut in column B. So that way any escorts that are revealed here won't count against the pitot and the rasher, and any escort revealed here won't count against the halibut. They'll only have to worry about what's over here. They can still target ships over here. It's just escorts are occupied with us, so they don't pose a threat to the halibut. All right, we'll start with the halibut, I guess. And we'll go standard attack posture. Okay. I don't know that there's much. Yeah. I guess he can still. Yeah, we might as well unflip that one. Won't have to deal with him in the first round anyway. Anything over here, the halibut won't have to worry about. Oh, we got an AGT and a merchant. And we got to do 2 more, so let's do here and here. All right. That's not bad. This one won't count. We just have to deal with the AGT. That one is the Shigura. Ooh, that's a nasty one. Maybe we can put him down. Wouldn't that be nice? All right, let's get our TDC markers. Let's put it on the 4 revealed ones. The AGT does not get replaced. You only replace, for auxiliaries, you only replace AOs and APs. All right. There we go. Ooh, even better. All right. Excuse me. Okay, so let's see what we got here. If we go after that AGT, they are a -1. Oh no, we got to count his. You don't get to use that rule for targeting escorts against AGTs. So his ASW does count. So he's going to end up being a 0. So he's going to be a 7 or less. And then we've got that merchant over there is a 1, 2, 3, 4. -2 makes him a 2. So he would be a 5 to hit. You know what? We got so many subs here and only 6 targets. I don't think we need to worry about trying to split shots. So let's just go for the high odds here. So 2 hit numbers is 7 because of our Wolfpack DRM. We'll need an 8 or less to hit. So anything but a 9. And as soon as I say that, watch, I'll roll a 9. 7 and 7, that'll do it. It's only 2,000 tons. All right, so the halibut gets an AGT 2,000 tons. Which means they won't have to deal with them in the counterattack round. Which means there won't be a counterattack. All right, then, so that's one ship, so that puts us at 430. 20 more to go for our next torpedo improvement. 2,000 more tons. Moves that up as well. All right. Oh, and then the other thing that we're looking for here is if 2 or more subs in a Wolfpack sink an enemy ship in any one combat phase, Wolfpack gains a Wolfpack experience point. So we've got 1 so far, so we need either the Pito or the Rasher to sink something here, and it's in the combat phase, so that includes both attack rounds. Although we may, they have to, we'll get to that in a minute, but they don't necessarily get to re-attack either. They have to roll to see if they're able to. All right, so now, because we took that AGT out, there is no revealed escort level. Because again, we don't have to count them since they're in an adjacent column with another sub. So no counterattack on the halibut. We will go to the Pito next. And they will go standard attack posture. You know what? Yeah, we'll go standard for this time around. We can always save aggressive for the re-attack round. Well, if they get a re-attack round. And we got some pretty small targets here, though. Yeah, let's just... We've been losing way too many subs here lately, so let's just stay standard. Which, if we're doing that and we're not planning on doing a split shot, maybe we should just go cautious. Nah, we'll go standard. So we got to reveal this one. It's another destroyer, of course. Not the composition I was hoping to encounter with my Wolfpack. Really hoping we'd get some column D ships we could go after. All right, it's the, sorry I didn't read the name, Oite. All right, maybe we can take one of these out. That would be nice. So the other thing is the rule for targeting an escort, where you can ignore their ASW value. I'm pretty sure that only applies to the first attack in the Wolfpack. Once one of the submarines attacks, then the other ones get, everyone gets alerted at that point. Remember, so the option cannot be utilized if any of the following conditions exist, blah, 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 blah. And the last one is a member of a Wolfpack has already attacked, alerting the escorts. So only the first member of a pack can take advantage of that. So we now no longer have that option. So it's probably going to be pretty tough to take one of those destroyers down now. Halibut was the only one that really had a good chance of doing that. But we still got to target everything because we only have 4 possible targets. -1, -2, nice, and 0. All right, let's see if we can get this merchant down, get our Wolfpack experience point. I think we need 9 to get to the next level of Wolfpacks. If I remember right. Okay, so 2 minus 2 is going to be 0. But then they've got 3.5 rounds up to 4 for the ASW. And we are a 7, so we need a 3 or less. Come on, Pito. No. Okay. It's going to be disappointing if we don't get a second ship down with someone other than the halibut. Yeah, so counterattack 4. Oh, I forgot. I don't think it mattered. I actually got a -1 to that roll. So what was it again? 4, 7 minus 4 was we needed a 4 or less, and we rolled a 5. Just missed it. Should have gone aggressive. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. Where was I? Yeah, 4 for the ASW, 2 red boxes, and then another 3 on top of that. Makes 9. We have 4 defense, so they're on the 5 to 6 row with no modifier. 2, not going to be anything. All right, Rasher's turn. He's going to learn from Pito's mistake and go aggressive. We don't need to reveal anything else. All right. Ooh, -2. We can take them out. Another -2. -1. And 0. All right. Well, if this had ended up being a +3, I might have considered going after this guy, but I mean, we'll still calculate it, but I don't think I'm going to take that shot. Rash, so if we go after him, TDCs get a -1 because we're aggressive, so that makes him 0, so just the ASW is counting against us, which is 4. We're a 7, so the 2-hit number is 3, which means with our -1 for being aggressive and -1 for being a member of a wolf pack, we can hit that on a 5 or less. This one's going to be 6 plus 4 is 10, -3 is 7. So the 2-hit number would be 0, which means we could hit it on a 2 or less. Wow. That's almost worth doing. Or no, sorry. I was comparing it to the 3, but it's actually 2 versus 5. Yeah, let's just go for the merchant. Getting that 3 ASW out would certainly help for any possible reattack, but let's just see if we can get it on a 5 or less. 60% chance. No. Wow, and a 0 on the attack results too. All right, well, the counterattack's going to be the same. So they were at what, 9 minus 4, 5. So the 5 to 6 row, but this time they get a +1 because they went aggressive. 6. That's not going to be good. Damaged. So the rasher has been damaged. And now we get to see who, if anyone, gets to reattack. All right, let's get this where we can see it. Try not to mess up the counters underneath. Wolf packs may reattack once, but never twice. Each member of the wolf pack must successfully roll for reattack. Failure of this roll results in the submarine withdrawing from the current combat phase, but the submarine is still a member of the wolf pack. The other submarines in the pack which make their roll may then attack, even if only 1 or 2 are reattacking. So we have to roll a die for each sub. If it's less than or equal to the tactical rating plus any super skipper value, it may participate. Damaged submarines have a +2 DRM to this die roll. So that means the Peto and the Halibut need to roll a 4 or less. The Rasher needs to roll a 2 or less. So let's try the Rasher first. Ooh, they get to stay. The Peto also gets to reattack, and the Halibut does not. Shame, because he had the best chance of sinking something. So he wouldn't have to count the ASW. All right, well, we can still mitigate this a bit, because now that we know these 2 are staying, we can have the Rasher slide over to here. We'll have the Peto stay in column A. So now these 2 won't count against the Rasher's attack. We know that's a destroyer over there, so that'll be the only one that he has to deal with. So yeah, this might not be too terrible. Let's try the Peto first, I guess. They're going to... Man. Risky. I don't know if I want a chance going to aggressive now, because they'll get a +2 in the counterattack then. I'm probably going to want the Rasher to go cautious since they're damaged. I think we might as well have the Peto go cautious too. We're not going to be trying any split shot shenanigans, so yeah, let's have the Peto go cautious. Questionable whether they should even be doing a reattack with all that ASW there, but they're helping out the Rasher. Really want to try to get that experience point. +2 on him, +2 on him. Definitely not going after a destroyer this time. 0 and +3. Okay. Yikes. We even have a shot. Well, this becomes -1 because it's the reattack round. So we're at 4, 5, 7. So we need a 2 or less. Come on. No. Needed those reversed. All right, counterattack is again going to be on the 5 to 6 row, +1 for reattack round, -1 for cautious. Just a straight roll again. I forgot my -1 for Wolfpack again. It was a 5. Still didn't get it. 9, yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. 5 to 6 row, 9 is damaged RTB. Second roll of 7 through 9, we are sunk. 7. That's our 4th lost sub this week. And that means our Wolfpack will not be staying around. You have to have at least 3 subs in it. I believe that I guess this is a good question. I'll have to look this up, whether this sub getting sunk immediately disbands the Wolfpack. I think it might. I think the Rasher might be on his own now. Oh boy. 55 subs lost. All right, let's take a look here. A member of a Wolfpack sustaining an RTB / damage result must drop out of the Wolfpack and involuntarily RTB. This may force a Wolfpack to disband. That's under transit events though, because that's a subsection of that. Let's see. I don't see anything in the attack section about, well, let's see what it says over here about disbanding. Wolfpack which falls below 3 submarines ceases to exist at the end of the combat phase in which the pack fell below 3. The other 2 or 1 submarines may continue to attack together for the current phase only. If the Wolfpack falls below 3 members due to a transit event or a member failing its endurance check, the pack is disbanded immediately. Alright, so we still get to fight as a Wolfpack until the end of the combat phase. But now he's going to have everything going against him. Cautious. We know that's a destroyer. Please be a 1/2. Nope. The Uranami. So that's going to bump him up to 5. That goes back in column C. My battery's about to die. Let's see if we can get through this before it does. All right. I need new TDC markers. I'm only going to put 2 because I don't care what the other ones are. I'm not going to target them. I'll pretend like I put some on these 2. +2 and +2. I don't think I even have a shot. Well, it becomes a -1 because it's, or a +1, I mean, because it's a reattack round. So there's a 2. What did I say they were? 5? 3, 5, yep. So we do have a shot here. The 2 hit number is a 0. We get -1 for being in a Wolfpack. So we need a 1 or less. Nope. And then for the counterattack, they've got 5 +2 +3 makes 10. Still on the 5 to 6 row, straight roll because the modifier is cancel. Oh no, +1 because we're damaged actually. So a 3 on the 5 to 6 is nothing. All right, so I'm going to cut it here. When we come back, we'll have to do our endurance checks, but our wolf pack has disbanded because it dropped below 3 after the combat phase. I guess technically the endurance check is part of the combat phase too, but we'll take care of that after my battery has a chance to charge. All right, endurance checks for these two. Excuse me. The halibut went aggressive, so they are A rating, so they need a 5 or less. Nope. And then Rasher is damaged and A rating, so they also need a 5 or less. Yes. Get them put back. And that's going to do it for the Sea of Japan. I think next, all we have left is the S-47. Man, we didn't have very many subs out this week. It's going to be very poor. Very poor week. All right, so I think the S-47 will have them patrol move over to the Marianas. And so a 9 only. They're good. So search and contact. 9 and an 8. So they're going to find a high task force. 1, 2, 2, 4. This is what I needed the wolf pack to find. Let's see what S-47 can do with it. I'm thinking, might be a mistake, but I'm thinking column D looks most promising. Let's see what they can do over there. We'll just go standard attack. So we're just revealing 2. Nope, combat event right off the bat. 4. Let's see what that is. Oh, great. That didn't last long. Mechanical troubles and attack. So if we get an odd result, damaged RTB. If we get an even result, we just go straight to the done section. And it's odd. All right. Definitely not been a good week. Alrighty. The only thing we got left is deciding where we want the Balau to go. Originally, I was thinking send them up into the Sea of Japan. I think we might still do that, even though we got a little bit of congregating risk here. There's already 4 there, so they'll get a +1 for that. So it's going to be overall, excuse me, +2 for entering Sea of Japan. +1 for congregating risk, and -1 for transit side. It's going to be a net +2, so 6 through 9. We'll trigger a second roll. And of course we get a 9, 5, and 6. I think that should be all right. 5 and 6, no effect. All right. If they can make something happen next week. All right, then we just got everybody coming out. So let's see where we want them to go. We'll send the one leaving Dutch Harbor. We'll just send them over to the Coral Islands as usual. Won't need to roll. We got 2 leaving Fremantle, so I guess we'll send them up to the South China Sea 2 area. And no transit event check needed along that path. We got 1 coming out of Brisbane. So I think we send them up into the Bismarck Sea. Again, no transit event check needed. Let's see where we want these ones coming out of the tenders to go. We're pretty well got this area up here covered, I think. Need to get some more down in these southern areas, I think. 3 in the Empire Pacific. Could take another. We need to get some up into East China Sea. So they can come from the Fulton. Let's see who all we got there. Got the Cisco and the Blackfish. We'll send both of them up into there, I think. So through there to there. Again, only 1 red box. Shallow's not a factor anymore. So they don't need to roll. And then coming out of the Sperry, got the Dace, the Sea Raven, the Steelhead, and the Billfish. I think we send the Billfish into the Empire Pacific. They won't need to roll. That puts 4 subs there. Sorry, it's off camera. So they moved into here. We'll go I think the others we probably want to send down to the Marianas. So then they can head off this direction next turn. We got 3 left, so that's just enough. Do not need to worry about congregating risk. We'll just have them all flip to patrol side there. And then coming out of Pearl, we have the Kingfish, the Corvina, and the Aspro. So a Balau and 2 Gatos. Yeah, I think we send them up this way. Or, I don't know, maybe here. They can still reach Empire Pacific if we need them to, or East China Sea. Now remember, we're also going to be getting a tender here at the end of the turn. So we'll be able to start basing some stuff out of there to operate in this area. Yeah, I think we'll send them to the Marshall Islands. And we'll just let them flip to patrol side. I know I have been leaving them transit to get them in further, but then that's another week they're not patrolling, so I think we'll just do it that way this time. Hopefully they can get over here, pass their endurance check, and then get up into here on the following turn. All right, looks like that's going to do it for the operating segment. Or operations segment, sorry. So intern, we didn't have any weather. I think we've only got maybe one spotted marker. I don't think anybody got spotted. Maybe one did. I thought there was one up here maybe. Yep, there it is. On the albacore. So 0 to 6 to see if they lose that. They do not. That reminds me, I was going to start checking that after they finish their operations segment, since there's really no reason to wait until the intern segment for that. Let's see, I don't think, oh, there is another one here. So the swordfish, 6 or less, nope. That might be it. I think we just had the one left over from the previous turn on the albacore, and then the only new one was on the swordfish. All right, so then we can advance the date marker on to week 2. Summarize the end of the turn. We're at 430 ships sunk. So we need 20 more to do our torpedo improvement check. We're at 1,920,000 tons. Wolfpack experience is still at 1. And we've got 55 subs lost now. We lost 1, 2, 3, 4 subs this week, and we only sank 3 ships for a total of 10,000 tons. So that was definitely the worst week of the campaign so far. See if we can turn things around in week 2. That's going to do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.